Peppa loves the Great Barrier Reef. Peppa was on a holiday in Australia. She was visiting her friend Kylie Kangaroo. I love it here at your house, Kylie, cried Peppa. Yes, agreed Daddy Pig. I could stay here forever. It's great having you all stay, said Mrs. Kangaroo, but I have to go to work today. What is your job, Mrs. Kangaroo? Asked Peppa. I'm a marine biologist, replied Mrs. Kangaroo. I study sea creatures, like these little fishes here.
Wow.
Ooh, a fish tank, cried Peppa. Do creatures in the sea have bridges to swim through and treasure to play with? No, Peppa, said Daddy Pig. That's just stuff that people put in fish tanks. Mrs. Kangaroo asked if everyone would like to come and see where she worked. Yes, please, said Peppa. I've been to where my daddy works. There was a telephone and lots of paper. It was a very nice office. I think my office is pretty too, said Mrs. Kangaroo. Everyone got into the camper van and they headed to Mrs. Kangaroo's office. When they arrived at the beach, Mrs. Kangaroo said, "This is my office. I think it's the best office in the world." Peppa was confused. "But how can you work in the sea?" she asked. "I use my submarine," said Mrs. Kangaroo. "Take a look over there." Wow, everyone gasped, looking in amazement at Mrs. Kangaroo's submarine. "Do you want a ride?" asked Mrs. Kangaroo. "Ooh, yes, please," everyone cheered. "Okay then," said Mrs. Kangaroo. "Hop in." Mrs. Kangaroo's submarine went down deep under the water. "Wow!" gasped Peppa, George, Kylie and Joey looking around. "It's all the colours of the rainbow," cried Peppa. "That's coral," explained Mrs. Kangaroo. "It is made of lots and lots of tiny creatures and it stretches for miles and miles. We call it the Great Barrier Reef." It was Mrs. Kangaroo's job to keep the Great Barrier Reef safe. "Can we take some of the coral home with us?" asked Peppa. "We can look at it, but we must not touch it, Peppa," said Mrs. Kangaroo. "If every visitor took coral home, soon it will all be gone. We must never take anything away from here." "Ah," said Peppa. "Look, everyone," said Kylie Kangaroo. "There are lots of little clownfish swimming past us." "Clownfish? Ha ha," chuckled Peppa. "They do look quite funny. Hello, funny little clownfish." "Hee hee hee," everyone giggled. Everyone could see lots of different things from the submarine. Big blue starfish, tiny red starfish, spiky green starfish, and even a big turtle. "Hello, Mrs. Turtle," said Peppa. "How are you today?" "Plop," replied the turtle. What an amazing office Mrs. Kangaroo had. It was full of colourful sea creatures. "Look," cried Peppa, as the submarine continued on its journey. "It's a little bridge, just like in your fish tank, Mrs. Kangaroo."
Wow.
"Ho ho,
Wow.
you're right,
Wow.
Peppa," said Daddy Pig, chuckling. It is quite like the fish tank down here, except there's no treasure chests, of course. Hee hee, snorted George, pointing downwards. What have you seen, George? Asked Kylie. Mrs. Kangaroo looked down at the sand where George was pointing. It looks like a chest, she said, and it's full of gold coins.
Oh, wow.
Wow, everyone gasped. George had found a real treasure chest. You see, Daddy, said Peppa, everything is the same as the fish tank. Yes, replied Daddy Pig. I think I can get the chest with the grabbers, said Mrs. Kangaroo. But you said we must never take anything away, said Peppa. I meant natural things that belong here, Peppa, explained Mrs. Kangaroo. These gold coins shouldn't be here. After Mrs. Kangaroo had safely removed the treasure chests, she took everyone back up to the water's surface. Those gold coins will pay for more marine research, won't they, Mummy? Said Kylie as everyone got back into the camper van. Mrs. Kangaroo smiled. Yes, Kylie, they will. That was a very good day at the office. Yes, cried Peppa. It was. Thank you for showing us your office, Mrs. Kangaroo, said Peppa. I think the Great Barrier Reef is amazing. It really is, added Mummy Pig. I don't want this holiday to ever end. You are welcome to stay as long as you like, of course, said Mrs. Kangaroo. Thank you, Mrs. Kangaroo, said Daddy Pig. I think we'll stay here forever. Ha ha ha, everyone laughed. Peppa and her family love the Great Barrier Reef, and they love staying with the kangaroo family in Australia. We hope you enjoyed the story. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time for one more book.